Alright, here's another DS that... Okay, so before... Yeah, it's still doing it. It turns on. Fully turns on, actually. But you get no screens. So, turn back off. Well, anyways, we're going to take the battery out of it. There it goes. And we're going to see if we can reconnect some things in here and get this to come back to life. So, let's get this back off. We have a Q-tip here with some deoxit. But honestly, that connector looks just fine. Alright, took some of the ribbon cables out, put them back in. This corner one I took out, and look at that. Got some corrosion on there, so we're gonna see if cleaning that off will solve our issue, or if it has ate through the connection there. So yeah, those pins don't look too happy on there, but we'll try it. We'll see if cleaning it off has done anything. We also got to clean in that connector, so let's spray some of that in there and see if we can save this thing, or if it's too late. Get at that. Yeah, it's a connector. Okay, so we'll just bend that back and we won't break it. Alright, now why are these buttons so gummy? Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, okay. They're gummy because they are gummy. Disconnect that. Okay, how much deeper do we want to go in this thing? Because it doesn't even turn the screens on. That is so many screws, my lord. And we know that we potentially have an issue right here. Like, that one trace looks completely ate. Yeah. I don't think there's... I'm gonna get that. Like, look at that. See how that one trace looks completely ate out? No connection there on that one. It got deleted. That's not even 1, that's like 3. So I think this thing's dead, unfortunately. The baseboard is 100% a working baseboard. This wire goes into the top, which I assume is for one of the top screens. So you could get a top screen. We could get a top screen replacement, but that's definitely what's making this screen not turn on, at least in an initial sense. So. Are we a lot deeper into this thing now? Yes, we are. I'm thinking. Now, I know for a fact that this top cable with that damage I showed, this is the camera. And it shouldn't be necessarily 100% needed to get the thing to turn on. So, we're going to see if we can check the other side connectors and see if we can clean them off. And if those are just dirty, maybe we can get this thing turned on. So okay, so that guy's gonna pull out like that. That guy disconnects like that. Already took all the screws out. And those two guys gotta disconnect, and this guy's gotta come out. This guy's a hard one. Come on. There it is. Alright, that should lift up now. For the most part. We will have these two guys up here still connected, but we should be able to flip this over. And clean these guys. We might just disconnect that 100%. So we'll take this guy out. And he looks fine. Now we'll take that guy out. And I mean, looks pretty okay. I don't see any insane corrosion on that whatsoever. Ooh. It's different. We get a speaker pop and then nothing. Now, what if we plug... Oh, we do have to plug these back in. They might not like that these aren't plugged. Let's try to give it that and see if it's happier. Nope. Interesting. So without those plugged in, it will not work. Without this plugged in, it will not turn on. But there's definitely corrosion there, so I think we're gonna call this guy not fixable. Okay, we're back. Last time you were here, you saw I cleaned that connector for the camera, and it still wouldn't boot. As you can see, we've gone a little deeper here. We have the main board out, and we have the 4 screws out on the top, which should allow us to push up on here, which I've already done, and pull this off. What I bought and what I've purchased is a new camera. I keep wanting to say monitor. I don't know what's wrong with me. New camera cable, because I believe it won't boot because of the camera. Now, I've been talking with some friends in the forums and such, and we have come to the conclusion that the new 3DS XL will not boot without a proper camera installed. The old DSs, like the lights and stuff, would. This one will not. So we need to remove this and put this new one in. I will say that I have already just like jury-rigged this together with the new camera sticking out, and it did turn on. So most likely, when we get this all the way back together, this will work again. But we'll see if I mess something up along the way and break it again. Well, I don't know. So it looks like this just pulls out. At least the iFixit guide said so. What I don't want to do is damage the other cables in the process here. No kidding, the iFixit guide literally just says, pull out the old camera, put in the new one. If only it were that easy. If only. Yeah, so the camera cable is definitely in the middle of this other wrapped cable, which is not fun. Let me make sure there isn't a better way to do this. Okay, I verified that is what iFixit says. It says just pull the cable out, so... Jeez. So we'll open it, because that's what looks like opens this hinge here. There we go. Now that hinge is fully open. So now I should be able to... Oh no, that's the opposite. That hinge is fully closed. Okay, yeah, on iFixit, there's a bunch of things missing. We have to take this board out. Remove the hinge. And get the... to get this ribbon out. And by the way, I'm missing a screw down here because I lost it earlier, but oh well. It said something about a thin piece of plastic up here. How do I get that out? What did it say? Do I have... I'm really missing my little tiny tweezers right about now. Haven't found them in a night or two. There we go. That comes up. This should come up too. And then we can see the hinge in there. And I think all we have to do is push it forward. Put these over here so we don't lose them. Let me double check on that. Okay, yeah, I guess I need something to push this pin in. This will do it. It says it has to be open near 180. And then we should be able to push this pin in. I don't know if that is small enough. This little guy. Couldn't tell if it went in or just bent the crap out of my tool. Just breaking my tool. Like I was ever going to use that tiny thing anyway. Damn it. Okay. Shit, man. Yeah, that's too wide. It's too wide. We need an angled... Ah, yes. Coming in handy. Little angled push tool. Are you small enough to get in there? Oh, man, it's not budging, man. I'm telling you. Maybe it is. I feel it. I feel the hinge moving. Does it need to be snapped in like that? No? I'm thinking... It just said near 180. That felt good. That felt like it did something. No, still attached. Ooh. No. My God, who puts this together, man? I've pushed it down a little bit. That's for sure. It is definitely farther down than it started, but I feel like it's still not down enough. Okay, so it doesn't need to be completely 90. It needs to be back a little bit. That was my problem. And did I probably, like, absolutely obliterate that poor hinge? Probably. Okay, now it should let go. And allow us to disconnect. And the guy did say it might be kind of a pain in the ass to get them to come apart. Holy crap. We did it. So, if this is anything to go by, the camera cable is on the middle of the roll. Maybe we force this guy out, because he probably goes in last after we get the roll through, right? So, or do we just leave him in the middle of the roll? Like, that's going to be a big pain in the ass if we have to leave him in here. Or we just unroll them. Let's think about this. We can just leave them like that and pull this through. Can't we? It really feels like we can't for some reason. Yeah, they're all rolled up together. The trick is to get one started at a time. Through the hole. Okay, that should push through. I'm gonna remove. Oh. Remove these speakers so that these cables are more able to move around. Dude, just get me the right. Because I think I'm jamming them all here at the end. That's not going to help me. I really didn't want to pull the screen back, but really starting to look like that's my best option here. Is to pull the screen back. Okay, so it is all one piece. I can just, yep, there we go. No, my 3D switch. There we go. And now I can move this to the right, which will allow me to be able to pull, yep, this through like that. Whoa! There. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. See, currently, I don't think they should be facing the same way. Let me see how someone else coiled these back up. Okay, yeah, we just really just wind them up, it seems. I hate it. This is not fun or easy. Oh, man. All it wants to do is wind itself back up. You gotta get this cable on top. It's almost like you gotta glue them all together. Now, you want them to wind as one unit cohesively together, and it's not going to work. They just want to fall apart. I think this first one really just needs to go through on its own because it's so much longer than the other two. Is it in the middle? Yeah, so that's not going to work, right? The center one is giving me fits. There. Tight, anti-tight. Can I pull this out? Can I pull the circle out? I think last time it was easiest on the DS Lites to... Where's my little, well, my big hemostats? I need to find my little ones, but... Oh well. Yeah, that comes out. Going out of there. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier. Turn on that one more. Man, this sucks. It's gotta be a robot that does this in the factory. Like, there's no way. It just wants to unravel. I don't even know if this is right, is the funnest part. Like, I don't even know if these are wound up correctly. It's that middle one, man. That middle one wants to uncurl itself. And you know, I only get so much stress on these before they break, and then all this is really for naught. Okay. Before we push that all the way through, for God's sake, let's put the piece of metal back in. I feel like not enough circles got through or something, because look how this is. Like, what do we do about that? Let's take this back off. These speakers are the worst. go. I think we got it. I think we got it. In some capacity, at least. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it does say in the guide that those, where to go. These might come out. We gotta put those back. Okay. We have to put a few other things back too. Like you. And you. And you. Okay, to put you back, we need to put you back. And you back. And then our speaker. And then over here, how does this go? Oh, that goes all the way up, so like that. And that sits right here. And the screen needs to sit back in. And then this needs to, oh man, we got too much of that in there. This needs to go up here and sit. There we go, and screen's in. Now this will go in like that. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. And then how does this sit in there? Like this? No, it's got to be the other way. Is this the 3D side? Does this say 3D? Yeah, so this is this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and we'll put that is all the way down, so put that all the way down. And then that should want to sit there. Huh. I really don't want to sit there. What is stopping you? It's not the cables. There we go. All the way down. And then this sits right here. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, there. It wants to sit there. There we go. Okay. Now we can put this one in. First we gotta put its little hand in, which should be facing down. It's all the way up. That was our problem. All the way down, please. is. You'll hear it click in. All right. Oh God, I hope that's right. And now through the middle of all those cables, should be able to fish this back in. Like that. Yep, there it is. Told you that'd be easier. Gosh. Gosh dang. Okay. And that can sit like that. That's in there. Now we can put the back of this back on. No, we can't. We got to put the hinge back together first. We have to push this back in. Okay. So, let's get all of our friends here fed through. You last. Let's see who's first here. We gotta put this on. You have to get that so tight. It's the bottom one that's screwing you every time. The bottom one does not want to wrap. And then you try to wrap that top one, man, and the bottom one doesn't want to go. And it won't get any tighter if the bottom one doesn't want to go. See? It won't get any tighter if that bottom one doesn't want to get tight. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we can do this fancy thing of camera. Get up there and sit. Now we can feed these through how they're supposed to be fed. How did I set this up last time? It went so smoothly. Getting the first one is hard, but once you do, the other ones can just piggyback on top and go right through. Yep. Ah, is the middle one giving me trouble again? Of course. Of course it is. There. That's all three. Now, we just pull this together like that. And we put this hinge back on. But we have to get that to close first. Oh. You don't want to close because we still got a friend in there. We still got a friend that's not fed through there. Now that should close. Yep. And then we gotta get this hinge back on, which is something, that's for sure. Like that. Okay, and now that we got the hinge on, we gotta open it what would be near 90, not 90, near it, and start pushing this back in. Okay. I don't think that's all the way in yet, but it's getting there. You really gotta hit this thing with a lot of force to get it out and in. Okay, I think that's in. Now we can put the back on. So that's down. Put the back on. It should click, and then you should be able to slide it back like that. And then we got all three cables here. Oh man, Lord help us. All right. And this guy runs under all this stuff over here, right there. Man, will you just go in your home? They don't wanna. Okay. Ooh, these got some gunk on them too, don't they? These guys down here got some gunk. Looks like some kid was down here. Look at that. Ooh. Oh wait, before we put this down, we gotta put our little eyeball back. We gotta put it back the right way, which is, I think, this way? Yep. And then this goes on top, like this. Yep. Now this can go back on. Let that down there, do that. Make sure those front buttons look right. Yeah, they look good. And they click. These ones aren't going to click yet because it's not screwed down. No. Don't lose it. Okay, I cut the video there. I got everything plugged back in. I didn't really feel a need to record all that. That takes forever. Just do exactly what I did, taking it apart, putting it back together, if you're trying to follow this for a guide. The bottom two cables are really hard to get on there. I mean, I'm not filming this in a way that it's really a guide. It's more of just a repair video of just, you know, follow along and have a good time with me. So we got all those screws back in. We got the screws and the little 4 pieces back on the front there. All we have left is to put the back on. We got our little guys there, so gotta plug them back in. Alright, now we just gotta put all these back. Middle part's not in. What's going on there? Okay. Turn it on. Come on. Oh. Okay. Got it mostly back together. We skipped a little bit there because I was struggling to get those in, and this video would have been like 3 hours long, even at 2x speed. But we have one other issue, and that's that this cable here doesn't like to stay sat in its home. So we are going to tape him in place and hope that that helps. I need like a sliver of that. Still just not good enough. I have like super sticky tape, but I don't know. We just really, I think the best thing here would be like a hot glue, probably. But really just need something holding that down. And I'll do some testing where I like shake the shit out of it and all that goodness. Yeah, really hot glue would be the thing to do here, I think. Like push it down, put some I'll dab a hot glue on it. I gotta get my hot glue gun. And for now, this will keep that in there just to finish this video to test it. I'll probably take this case right back off and put some hot glue on it, but anyways, for now that will keep that in there. So let's do these connections again. There's that one. Okay. Make sure that stays in there. Doesn't seem to be in all the way. Yeah, I just need to glue him down. See if we can at least get him to boot here. I don't know if I pulled him out or if he was just... I'm assuming I did it. I must have pulled him the wrong way or something, but... Yep. Come on. Hey! There we go. I'm going to put it down very softly. Touchscreen works. Click a game. Buttons work. Bumpers work. Wheel works. I don't know if start selector is supposed to do anything on these screens. Probably not, right? Okay, let me get a game real fast. Okay, Pokemon game. I'm trying to install it in the wrong place. And my battery's falling out. Stay connected. Oh, come on. Okay. And how do we launch a game on this thing? I've never had one of these. I'm not gonna... Damn it. Gonna keep pressure down over here. Got the game in. Yeah. So... Wouldn't it pop up or something? Okay, got a game installed. Reads it. Oh, damn it. Battery keeps falling out. I don't have the back all the way on, so my battery keeps falling out. Probably not good for the console, but oh well. Will it launch? Yes, it will. 3D version. Let's get that 3D going. Volume slider. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Looking good. To start work, it does. That was our 2 last buttons we were worried about. Awesome. So we fixed it. So check your camera cable. If you have corrosion on it like I did. Am I showing you the wrong side? Yep. If you have corrosion on it like that, like I did, it won't turn on. Well, I take that back. If you have corrosion in your camera cable, it will turn off and be a black screen. Okay? If you just get a pop, if you turn it on and you get a blue light comes on and then you hear the speakers pop and the light instantly goes off, it means something is either completely unplugged in here, cable, ribbon cable or something like that, or something in here is completely dead. So the camera, the top screen, the speakers, something like that could be dead. And that I'm not so up to date on. So if you get a complete black screen, but the entire console functions otherwise, this is probably your guy. It's probably something to do with the camera. So thanks for watching. We have a working new 3DS XL. I hope you enjoyed. Send some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Have you had an issue with a black screen that ended up being something other than this? I would love to know. But definitely was the camera for us in this 3DS XL. New 3DS XL. All right. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching. In a minute here in the video, I wanted to interject. You're going to see me struggling to get the screen to stay on, and you're going to see the screen blink at me a few times where it does the speaker pop, and you get the blue light, and the blue light instantly goes away when the speakers pop. So that is what is indicative of a part not being fully seated or plugged in all the way. So what happened with my board is this cable right here, it's lifted up. This is one of the friction connections where it should just stay connected. You just push it in. There should be no pulling up on the tab or whatever. And I think someone else was either already in this one in the past, or I did it and I don't remember. I don't think I would have done it though, because I watched a bunch of videos before I got started here. But this one is lifted up slightly. Like I can push it down like a good centimeter or so. So I'm probably going to end up hot gluing this in, and I'll tell you that later in the video. But I just wanted to point out that's why I keep messing with this. I try to tape it and all sorts of funness. So, yeah. I think I'm going to end up hot gluing it in the end. But we are going to get this to boot real quick and show you guys that the repair is complete other than me doing that. And I'll do that off camera, and then we can consider this guy fixed and done.
Thank you for watching. Please comment any questions or any feedback you may have below. See you soon.